Hello. You must be Mr. Edward Tan?
Yes, I am. And you're Dr. Joshi?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you. Welcome. Please have a seat. So, how was your journey to come to this mediation today morning?
I feel very happy
Yeah,
to
alright.
come here and solve the problem.
Okay, okay. Mr. Lim has already arrived.
Okay.
He's waiting in our reception area. I'll just call him.
Sure.
Yes. Hi. You must be
Hello.
Mr. Lim Shentek?
Yes, you are Dr. Joshi.
Yes, I
Nice
am.
to meet you. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Yes, please have a seat. Good day, everyone. Welcome to your mediation. I am Dr. Joshi, your mediator for the day. Can I call you Edward?
Yes.
And I call you Lim.
Yes, sir.
Now it's already 12 noon. We are right on time. So shall we begin with the mediation process straight away?
Sure. Yes, we can.
I have been handed by my office the chronology of events, and I would like to extend your copies to you. This is for you, and this is for you. Please have a look at the chronology of events. For today's session, I would need both of you to share more details. Yeah, I'm glad that both of you have taken a bigger step to refer this matter to the Mediation Bureau and to attend this session and try out probably an unfamiliar process to both of you. Before I proceed further, may I confirm that both of you have the authority to discuss and resolve the issues here through the mediation process? In other words, can you make a decision without anyone not here?
Yes.
Yes.
Have a look at your chronology, whether it's all intact. Before I start my mediation, can both of you introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Edward Tan. You can call me Edward. I'm the staff for Car Auto Sdn Bhd.
And my name is Lim. I am the HR manager of Car Auto Sdn Bhd.
Okay, and for the record, you are Mr. Lim Shentek, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will start off by sharing the mediation process and how I will approach today's mediation.
Sure.
I want to emphasize that mediation is a voluntary process. Even though both of you have signed to this mediation, signed the agreement, to attend this mediation, at any point of time, if either one of you decide that you do not wish to proceed with this mediation process, just inform me. Should you have any concern during the process, please do not hesitate to raise it and stop me if needed. The process will be divided into multiple parts. There will be a joint session for both of you, where each of you will be given an equal opportunity to discuss the issues that bring parties to today's mediation, and that you would want to achieve from the process itself. In between, I will pick up issues and identify the agenda. The discussion will be guided by the items on the agenda. At certain points, I will invite you both into private sessions where each of you will have an opportunity to discuss your position with me privately. After that, there will be a further joint session to follow up on anything that arises from the private sessions and to further explore ways of reaching a resolution. Don't worry, each of you will be given an uninterrupted session to speak and also an equal amount of time to do this. Please be assured that mediation is a private and confidential session. Whatever that has been discussed will be kept confidential and within this room. Discussion during the private session will be kept between you and me and will not be disclosed to the other party without your express consent. I may take notes during the process to help me keep track of things, but I will destroy it after the end of the mediation. Through the mediation process, each of you will hear and understand the perspective of the other person. If an agreement is reached in which I trust both of you would certainly end with at the end of this mediation The agreed terms will then be reduced into writing and signed by both of you in the presence of me. This document is known as settlement agreement, and it is a legally binding document on both parties. I wish to remind you that the settlement agreement is legally binding and enforceable in court. I hope both of you have catered sufficient time for today's mediation, as it may depend on how the discussion progresses.
Okay.
Does anyone have any time or issues or limitation that I should be aware of?
No, sir.
I wish to highlight to both of you that my role here is to assist both of you to reach an agreement. I will remain as far as possible impartial and neutral. In between, I will ask questions for us to consider possible options that we could resolve this situation. However, I will not give advice nor make any decisions on anyone's behalf. Whatever outcome of this mediation session will be purely based on decisions of both of you. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Excellent. It is very common for people to have difficult discussions, as issues can be very uncomfortable because people see things differently. It will be very helpful for us to have some ground rules fixed to ensure the process goes on as constructively as possible. I suggest each of you allow the other person to speak without interruption. Are you both comfortable with this arrangement?
Yes, sir.
I suggest not to use abusive language and be courteous to each other. Is this okay with both of you?
Yes, sir.
I suggest mobile phone to be switched off before we commence this process. Are you both comfortable with this arrangement?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other ground rules that both of you think we should include that might be helpful?
No.
Since both of you are comfortable with this arrangement, shall we proceed?
Yes, sir.
Let's start with each of you talking about the situation. Anyone would like to start first?
No, sir.
Let me start first, if you may.
Sure.
Yes,
Okay.
If it's okay with Lim?
Yes.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I joined the company on 2012 December as a purchasing manager, and my position was confirmed after 3 months of probation. Okay, my last drawn salary is actually 10K per month. On 2015 October, the company fired me by accusing me dishonesty, stealings, and then insubordinations and mispresence of qualifications. Okay, so I'm seeking for reinstatements of my former position in the company without any loss of wages, service, as well as seniority, and most importantly is my bonus. Okay, so I believe that my dismiss is strongly unfair. I want my right back.
Please calm down, Mr. Edward. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
If that's the case, Lim, could you provide the company's insight about Edward's dismissal?
Okay, actually, I'm the HR of Car Auto Syndrome Berhad. So according to our record, we have given a warning and a show cause letter and a suspension letter to Edward on the 2nd of September, this 2015. So we also require Edward to give us a written explanation, of the 3 misconducts that we presented to him. First thing is, you took the photo frame, from the company premise without telling us. It's not a big matter, but it shows a lot about his integrity, Then second thing, he also took the sample light that belongs to one of our supplier, and again, without telling anybody. These are all small things, but it looks very badly on us. Number 3, you took the blower that belongs to one of the staff with a authorization from the purchasing company out of the company premise, but I'm pretty sure he used it for his own use, and until today he has not given it back to us. So that's from our part lah. Then one more part is we also found out that he has actually faked his qualifications. We cannot authenticate, or we cannot prove that the qualifications that he presented to us was bona fide. So that is our issue with him.
Did Edward acknowledge the letter?
No, he denied to. Didn't want to cooperate and sign the acknowledgement letter.
Walao eh, I have already explained and written up to the company to explain already. Why still suspend me?
Edward, calm down. Let's let Lim finish his statement.
On the 10th of September, we got a written reply from him, and we told him that we will do a domestic inquiry on the 17th. That is 1 week later, because we want to give him 1 week to prepare all the necessary documents and also to get his facts straight. So on that day of the domestic inquiry, we have actually our witnesses, our colleagues that who can prove that he did something wrong. So we talked to the guard on that day, and the guard told us that Edward told the guard that all these blower photo frame are owned by him, which is not true.
You go and ask the Bangladesh, he can't even speak English and Malay, how to believe him?
No.
Calm down. Let Lim finish his statement first.
Yes. So, in the domestic inquiry, of course, first of all, we have our witnesses, the guard lah, the colleagues lah, the person in charge of the inventory list lah, the purchasing company that claims that the spotlight is theirs lah, and that is all the small issue. The most important thing is when we ask him to prove the efficacy of his qualifications, he cannot. He says that he has gotten a degree from a business management in the education kingdom from London, but then we cannot prove that he gave us a very, and I would say an empty copy lah. It was just a template. Nobody signed, no principal or no dean signed on the certificate. See, you can see here, you see, nobody signed, no date, no nothing. So it's just a template. I can put my name on the cert. Anybody can put the name on the cert,
Did your company have any verification?
We tried, but then, the embassy in England, they told us that they did not have any information regarding of the school that Edward attended, And when we checked with the website, with Superpower Capital Network, it says he has completed a few online courses that entitles him to get credit so that he can move forward to the degree. It does not say that he has gotten the degree, sir. So this is lying on your resume, straight up lying on your resume already. That's why, we decided to terminate his services on the 15th of September. Because how can we let someone who is not fully qualified to represent us? He is only qualified in his own mind. But when he takes out, look at this, sir. Receive credit cumulatively leading towards the degree. It does not say that he has a degree, So back then, we did not really check lah. So now when we realize, the problem, we decided to terminate him. Yeah.
Well, after listening to both of you, do you still have anything that...
I want to say it again, I'm not stealing anything. I just said that I saw the photo frame has been placed there for some times and then it's so long times and dusty. Okay, I thought it's a waste of space, that's why I throw it away. On the spotlights, it's already broken and cannot be light up. Same thing, that's why I throw it together. Please don't incriminate me.
Before you throw anything from your company, do you get authorization from your employer?
Of course no. Okay, I'm appointed as a person in charge for the 5S of the company. Okay, I have the responsibility to keep the premise clean and tidy. Okay, then you said I take away colleagues' blower. Do you have evidence or not? Don't simply accuse me on that. I will hire a lawyer to sue you.
Hold on. For the blower, is there any misunderstanding or misplaced somewhere?
So, you see. We have the CCTV footage. We have already included in the list of documents that we brought in. Look, in the CCTV pictures, you can see obviously. See, this is the blower. This is the light. This is the photo frame.
The person simply put the blower on the tables when it's gone and then put him on me.
You see, it leads to the car park. The CCTV footage shows that he's bringing it to the car park, even though that we do not have the CCTV footage in the car park, but he's bringing it into the car park, not to the disposal center.
Okay. Please cool down, guys. Please cool down. We will go to the next step of the process. Where each of you will have more time to discuss this matter. Shall we move forward to the next step of the agenda?
Yes.
Let's put up the agenda on the whiteboard here. Okay. So the issues raised by Edward, we have the reinstatement of position. Yeah, you want to be reinstated, same seniority, wages, and the service. Yeah?
Yes, and don't forget the bonus as promised as well.
Yeah, bonus being the second issue. Okay, and then we have here from HR, from the company, as presented by Lim just now, there is the matter about dishonesty.
Yes.
Yeah, as they raise about the qualifications of Edward. There's also issue about stealing. And there is also issue about insubordination.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else to add on?
No comments, sir.
No?
Maybe you can explain what is insubordination to Edward. I don't think he understands.
Well, we'll go into further details when we talk about this. Yeah. And we can also, I have seen that the common grounds between both of the issues that we have brought up here is
Compensation.
Job,
Reinstatement.
the position of the job, yeah? Whether we can reinstate or whether we continue with the issue, and which leads us to, like Lim mentioned just now, it's about compensation. Can we agree on this agenda?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. We will next go into private session as explained during the opening statement earlier. Yeah, so I will invite each of you separately to have a discussion, and where you will be given a time for us to run through those issues. Yeah, I would like to remind you that during the private session, the discussion will be kept confidential, and we shall keep it within ourselves. Yeah, I will not share it with the other person until we will meet together and we will bring these issues up together. Yeah, may I suggest for this private session, anyone would like to go first?
Of course, I want to go first.
I don't mind.
Can? Lim? Okay. So Edward, firstly, for us to continue with the private session, can we begin with me trying to understand about your appointment as the 5S PIC?
Sure. Okay, so when I firstly joined the company, they didn't mention about this. When it comes to second year, they said they wanted to follow the multinational protocols where they want to implement these 5S things in the company. So I just very blurred on it, and then they said there's no guideline or no materials given on this.
I see. Did you mention to your boss that you're not familiar with this 5S?
Yes, I do, but then my boss just said go and refer on the internet, and then just refer, and I just follow what is the right thing to do, and then I follow whatever is available on the material provided through online.
I see. Okay. How about clarifying if there's any guidelines relating to disposing of items? Like, they brought up one issue about that you had maybe stolen or disposed of, so.
Okay, so regarding the material that I refer online, there's actually no guideline, and to be honest, I don't go and read the handbook on these things.
I see. Okay. There was also another item which they brought up was about your validity of your education certificate. Have you done any verification about your certificate?
Okay, so for this, I'm not sure what they are looking for, but for these cases, I just follow what my friend do. Okay, they actually go and tell me there's online courses that I can subscribe for 6 months, and end of the day, I can get the soft certificates on this.
I see. Oh. How about this issue about insubordination that the company raised, saying that you did not want to cooperate to sign the show cause letter, including your suspension?
Of course, I won't sign that things. If I sign means I admitted the crime and admitted all this action that has been taken. All the times I'm just doing what the 5S teachings me, and just follow the rules where I just need to clean and make sure the premise is tidy and not dusty. So whatever not relevant, I will just throw it away.
I see. Okay. And then suddenly receiving this termination from the work, right? You know, I can imagine it is a difficult time, especially finance.
Yes,
to manage
definitely.
your monthly commitments and all these things, right?
Yes, so all I want back is actually my jobs, my salary, as of course mainly is my bonus.
Okay. And if Car Auto Sdn Bhd cannot accept this offer, have you thought of, you know, what are the things that you are willing to settle with?
I need a compensation at least minimum for 3 months and my bonus back as well.
Okay. Okay. And you're willing to settle this case right away, or
Yes.
you think you want to drag it?
I want to solve this as soon as possible, but with minimum compensations of 3 months and my bonus.
Okay. Okay. Especially Chinese New Year is coming over. So are you okay if we try to bring this proposal up to Car
Yes,
Auto Sdn
sure.
Bhd? Yeah. I'll discuss this with Mr. Lim.
Okay?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to share?
No.
Okay, can. So if you're okay, I will continue with the private session with Mr. Lim to
Sure.
also understand their perspective.
Okay, can.
Can. Thank you for this session, Edward. Hey, hi Lim. Come in. Thanks for coming back. Yeah. We will continue with our private session.
Yes.
May I suggest to start with the stealing part?
Yes, for sure, sir. You know, for the photo frame and the spotlights, you know, all these are small things. But as the same in every company, we have our procedure. You know, and we are making clear to him that even if he is a PIC, he's the manager, you know, he should seek approval before throwing out all these things. You know, because some of these things, you know, he might deem it unimportant, but it's important to us.
Correct. Does the company have any SOP or
Yes.
rules communicated to the
Yes,
staff?
yes. As you see, in this this is our staff handbook. I've printed out the paragraph lah. So page 49, chapter 17. Every item that belongs to the company needs to have authorization before being disposed. You see, it's clearly here. You know, sir.
Yep. The statement is very clear.
Yes,
actually.
yes.
Yeah. How about the blower? You know.
Oh, that one even
do you have any evidence?
because we already, you know, the staff has also shown us the receipt, and we have actually photos from Edward's social media of him using the blower in his house.
Oh, is it?
Yes, look, this is the photo and the receipt.
I see.
You see, it's quite clear. You know, the photo is.
Yeah. Have you shown this to Edward before?
We tried, but you know, as you can see, he's very emotional. You know, every time we want to discuss this, then he gets very defensive. Then he gets very angry. So we are all salary men. We don't want to get into trouble also, you know, because you look at his size, too big size. You know, later if he really wants to hurt me or what, then who's going to compensate my injury? You know.
I see.
So we also try to reach a settlement with him. We want him to understand that there is nothing against him. He keeps thinking that we are prejudiced against him or we are biased against him. No, it just happens to be so that he broke the company rules, you know, and he did things that are not, they are not, don't follow our culture, don't follow our way, you know. So it's the same in any company. If you cannot work along well with us and you want to go do things your own way, then you start your own company lah.
How about the part about his education qualification? You know, did you, make any verification with the embassy?
See,
or
this is the email that we had. See here. Before we issue him the letter, we already sent the email to the embassy. You know, the embassy has sent us a reply, so and so. Even the embassy is telling us that they don't even know that there's such a college in London. You know, sir. So. And you see, this is the show cause letter acknowledging every staff to sign and reply within the period stated. He just refused to reply, you know.
I really have a clear picture of the things that you mentioned. Is there any proposal about, you know, how you want to approach this
Actually,
matter with
we are very
Edward?
reluctant to compensate him, you know. But being the HR manager that I am, we also want to be fair to everyone. You know, even though we are quite reluctant, to be honest, but we are willing to give him 2 months, you know, of salary, even though, despite his performance lah, and this will be our final decision lah. It's a take it or leave it situation lah. If you can agree, he can have 2 months. If you cannot accept, then we have no choice lah, but to engage a lawyer and to see him in court lah.
I see. Is the company willing to settle this matter straight away?
Yes. But
Especially
the 2
can
months
affect the
is a
reputation.
strictly take it or leave it situation. If you can accept, he accept. He cannot accept, then we meet him in court lah. But with our evidence, hopefully you can advise him not to, because even if he goes to court, I don't know what will happen to him emotionally, because look at all our files, we have the evidence, and so you must understand, a company our size, we won't really naya him, we won't really, if it's not true, we will not be here. In other words.
Okay, I take note of this one.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you want to add?
Yeah, please, you must tell Edward that this is nothing personal. It's not a personal attack against him. It can happen to me if I didn't follow the rules. It can happen to other staff in the company. He keeps thinking that, this is a personal attack. But no, sir, we are just... How am I going to convince the other staff to do better if we just let him go? Or if you reinstate him, like he says, he wants to be reinstated with the same salary, the same position, the same benefits and perks. How are we going to do business like that?
Correct.
Yeah.
And you've related this to Edward or?
No chance, because
Correct.
every time he sees me, I felt that he will hurt me. He does not give me the chance to talk to him man to man. He's very emotional, like you can see just now, sir.
Are you willing to bring this matter up to him afterwards when we have a joint discussion?
Of course, but I don't want him to feel that it's coming from me, because whatever like me coming here today, you think I want to be here? I'm the HR of the company. This is my job, I have to settle it. So it's a arahan from upstairs, there's nothing more than I can do.
Okay, I understand the situation now already. I have all the details that I need. Since there's nothing more, are you okay if I invite Edward?
Yes,
We
please.
go into the joint session together.
Yes, I want to wrap this up as soon as possible also.
Okay, can. Okay, so after having a private session separately with each one of you, we now come to the joint session. Okay, I would like to clarify the private session that I had with each one of you will remain private and confidential. Yeah, and most part of the items written on the agenda has been discussed. I think is promptly addressed by both parties. Yeah, in the separate session, I believe we will be able to reach an amicable solution. Yeah, so let's try to discuss this together and see. To begin with, Edward, if you're okay, we allow Lim to start first.
Sure.
You okay, Edward? Can
Yes.
Okay.
So first of all, I would like to start by saying that it was never our intention to hurt you, and we were not biased towards you in the first place. It's just the company's direction and the company rules. In the beginning when you first entered the company, we were on good terms. We go to beer together, we go to the alcohol bar together. But things has progressed to this stage. So let's end this on good terms also, like how you enter the company. So I would say that the company is prepared to offer you 2 months of salary, which amount to 20,000. Despite whatever has happened, we have agreed to compensate you 2 months.
No way. I want at least 3 months of my salary and my bonus for the New Year celebrations.
You see, this is why we cannot resolve this in our own office and need to get an outsider to handle this. This is you know you do not deserve the compensation at all.
I think calm down. Edward, at least we have a 2 months proposal from Lim's part. Do you think it's something that you could consider? Especially, the new year is coming to
So can I say
nearby?
something?
Yeah.
You take the 20,000 now, today or tomorrow we bring into you, or we drag this out for 3 to 4 months after Chinese New Year. Who is going to suffer? You sendiri think lah.
Like that, then okay, I need at least 3 months salary, and regarding the bonus, I would just treat it as a bonus, I treat it as a donation for the company. That's it.
How can you say donate? It was never yours to donate anyways, you know. The bonus is based, the bonus is nothing certain one, you know. You perform well, then we give bonus. The same goes for everyone, you know. This is not a sure thing one, you know. And despite your performance, why do you think you still deserve the bonus? It does not make sense at all. How am I going to tell the boss what you want me to tell the boss? You know, the boss is kind enough to allow us to have this session, or else you knowing the boss that he will just see you in court, you know. As an old colleague, as a soon ex-colleague, soon to be ex-colleague, Mr. Tan, take the 20,000 you know, just take the 20,000.
So Edward, you are also willing to take the settlement, or now it's about the amount only you know, this thing, but you know that you won't be going back to the company to work anymore also, right, you know?
Okay.
So if you want to consider this, you know, if we can come to the mediation settlement today, is good.
Okay. The last I can offer is 2 months of the salary compensations, and I want it before 10th of this month.
No problem. I can give the check to him today. I brought the check with me. Right, today I can give him the check already.
Edward, you think this is something we can accept and settle? He can issue the
have to.
check, yeah. Lim, you have the authorization with
Yes,
you already,
yes,
right?
yes, I already do.
Okay, very good. This is great. Then we have reached a settlement, and we will proceed with the settlement agreement. Yeah. I've already prepared the settlement agreement. The draft, both of you have already looked at it, so it's now ready to sign. I've got 2 copies. If each one of you can sign, and then we can exchange those copies, yeah. Exchange. Okay. I will sign as the witness for both of these agreements. I am glad that we have reached consensus together. It was a successful mediation. Finally, I would like to remind before we leave this session, that the discussion that took place here is confidential. Big congratulations to both of you to handle this very professionally, very maturely. I know it was a difficult session, but finally we have seen the success of going through a mediation process. Okay. As a final reminder, I would like to remind you that this process is confidential. Nevertheless, the settlement agreement is a legal binding document. So both of you can use these copies that I provided just now for your reference. The next thing is I would need to collect back the notes that you have that is part of this discussion here, including the notes that I have here today. I will have this shredded out. So we will destroy this, and that will be a sign of conclusion for this mediation session. On behalf of the Justice of Peace Mediation Bureau of Penang, I would like to congratulate both of you for selecting this mediation process. It's been proven to be successful. Both of you can also verify, both of you can confirm to this. Yes. Thank you very much. May I suggest, before we leave, to have a handshake?
Thank you, Mr. Tan.
Mr. Edward, thank you.